Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Coffee Rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. We've got some disturbing news we need to discuss tonight. Apparently, Walmart, some of the great value shrimp, which apparently comes in from Indonesia, is possibly contaminated with radioactive material. I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. This is just, these recalls have gotten so far beyond out of control. It's all over the news. Some of you guys have sent me some emails and left in the comments. Thank you for that. We're going to read from USA Today, but again, pick your favorite news site because I have read so many different articles on this, from BBC to CBS News to Fox Business. And we're going to read from USA Today. I feel it's the most direct information we could possibly get. So, reading from USA Today, their headline: FDA warns of radioactive contamination in some frozen shrimp sold at Walmart. That's the last thing Walmart needs. Go into Walmart, do a little shopping, get your shrimp, come home, cook it, and then all of a sudden you're glowing in the dark. I don't know, guys. I have no words. Let's wait till we get through this, and then maybe we'll discuss a little. Let me know some of your thoughts down in the comments. Okay, they go on to say the Food and Drug Administration is recalling frozen shrimp sold at Walmart for possible radioactive chemical contamination. The FDA advised the recall in an August 19th notice, saying certain new frozen shrimp products processed by Indonesian company PT Rahari Makur Sajati, doing business as BMS Foods, had tested positive for cesium-137 or CS-137. Walmart sells the products under its Great Value brand. The presence of the chemical element violates the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, said the FDA, as it appears the affected product may have been, quote, prepared, packed, or held under insanitary conditions whereby it may have become contaminated with CS-137 and may pose a safety concern. 2-pound bags of Great Value brand frozen raw, easy peel, tail-on, farm-raised white venami, however you pronounce this. It is V as in Victor, ANNAMEI shrimp, are subject to the recall. Lot codes and best by dates include the following. There are 3 of them. We're just going to go over these here real quick. Lot code 8005540-1, best by date March 15th, 2027. Lot code 8005538-1, best by date March 15th, 2027. And then lot code 8005539-1, best by date March 15th, 2027. They go on to give a little information here. That's why I chose USA Today for this. What is cesium-137 or CS-137, and why is it regulated? CS-137 is a radioisotope of cesium, meaning it is a chemical element that emits radiation as it breaks down. It is man-made and is produced by nuclear fission, according to the FDA. In the United States, it is used in medical devices and measurement gauges, such as industrial devices that measure the thickness of materials. Because it is widespread around the globe, trace amounts can be found in the environment, including soil, food, and air, said the FDA. Agencies, including the FDA and U.S. Customs and Border Protection, test for, monitor, and regulate the presence of the substance due to the risks associated with long-term exposure. The FDA said low-level radiation exposure over time can lead to serious health complications. Well, yeah. Exposure to CS-137 alone can cause burns, acute radiation sickness, cancer, and death. As a result, the governing agencies restrict potential exposure to lessen the possibility of these long-term impacts. The FDA said the The FDA said the presence of CS-137 was confirmed in one of the sample breaded shrimp, which was denied entry into the United States. Quote, FDA has concluded that the level detected in the breaded shrimp sample could represent a potential health concern for those exposed to this level of CS-137 from consumption of the shrimp over an extended period of time, combined with radiation that exists in the environment and from other sources such as medical procedures, end quote, the agency said in a statement. While CS-137 was only detected in a single shipment thus far, that does not mean other products made by the same manufacturer are not impacted. PT Bahari Makur Shajati has also been placed on an import alert that prevents any of their food products from entering the United States until it resolves any conditions that could have caused the exposure. According to Walmart, shrimp products made by PT Bahari Makur Shajati were distributed in 13 states. They go as follows: Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, and West Virginia. This says what to do if you have the recalled shrimp. If you have a package of the recalled Walmart shrimp at home, throw it away and do not eat or serve it, said the FDA. Distributors and retailers should dispose of the product and should not sell or serve it. Those who fear they have been exposed to elevated levels of cesium should contact their medical provider to make a complaint or report an adverse reaction. Consumers can visit the FDA's Industry and Consumer Assistance portal. Okay, so if I could give you a little bit of advice, and I'm just going to tell you what I would do. First of all, I would record a video of it. I would make sure that you have video evidence. If you are feeling uneasy, and this goes with anything, guys. This goes with anything. Everybody has phones these days that have the little video recorder. Maybe not everybody, but I mean, if not, seek a friend. Say, hey, I'm feeling a little radioactive right now. You know, could you take a video in case I don't make it through this? I'm just saying, joking aside, I'm being serious though. Take a video and explain, maybe read through one of these, news sites that this has been going on. If you have maybe had the potential of having one of these, record yourself. Say, I'm not feeling well. Put it in a documentation that, if something happens or if somebody doesn't believe you or something, because first of all, you always want to get your money back. Now, me personally, I wouldn't contact who we were talking about. I don't know. I would contact Walmart first and be like, hey, I have this. I want my money back. This has the potential of having radioactive material in it. What should I do? I don't know what you do. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know what I would do. I didn't even know that this was a possibility of a thing here. Kind of makes you not want to get great value shrimp anymore, though, don't it? I mean, that's my first thought. And this could be just a little blip, like everything else, right? Everything's an accident. These thousands of recalls that we've gone over the last couple of years, an accident, right? All an accident. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I have seen more recalls in the last 2 years that I've been covering on this channel than I've ever seen my entire lifetime. Now, that could be a couple things. That could be, their testing has gotten better, maybe. Maybe we've been eating this stuff for a long time. Maybe this stuff has been slipping through the fingers, and now all of a sudden we're starting to catch it. The other thing is, maybe the procedures and everything have been the same all along, and now we're just finding more things. It's one or the other. This is very disturbing. I just don't even know what to say about this other than just putting the information out here so that you are aware of what's going on. For those of you who watch our channel, hopefully this reaches as many people as possible. Make sure you hit the like button all the interactions, guys, comments, the likes, subscribers, every little interaction you do on our channel on each video on each video helps push our videos out even further. And this is important. This is like this. And I'm not saying any recall can happen, but this can't happen. This is, and I'm glad we have procedures coming into the United States of different things and testing for certain things and stuff. I mean, we almost have to. We almost have to. We have to have these kind of procedures that test things that we're getting from outside. And I'm glad until this is resolved, the outside stays the outside. I mean, this is crazy, guys. This is absolutely crazy. And I always ask myself the question, should I do a video on this? I always ask myself, like, I feel like this is beyond what I know what to talk about. I throw my 2 cents in on every one of these coffee rants of a little bit of how I feel about it, but it is mostly just getting the information out here. It is troubling, very disturbing. I don't even know, like, I'm just like, how do you even title a video of this? I know some people say, oh, you use the same titles for all these different videos. Guys, I've told you in the past, I am terrible with titles. I'm picking titles that have worked in the past and that hopefully work in the future to try and reach as many people as I can. If I go out and I shop at Kroger and I put the greatest deals at Kroger this week, if for some reason, I don't know, I guess it's because maybe there's a billion other people doing the same thing. I don't really know, but it doesn't really work. I mean, it hits all of our fans, all of our fans on the channel that are, that watch every day no matter what we do. And then we'll have, a lot of people who've hit that notification bell. I'm not really sure much of that even really works anymore. I don't really know, but that's what they say. If people are not seeing the videos, tell them to hit the notification bell. So if you know where that little bell icon is, if you hit that, click all notifications, and then our videos should pop up every day for you. And there are just so many different recalls. I wanted to mention this before. There are so many different recalls going on, guys. I just cannot keep up with all of them. I just can't. I just can't. There are so many now. It is just an onslaught of different recalls. And thank you guys for mentioning them in the comments. And sending us emails. If I don't get to your email or your comments, guys, we're getting in hundreds and hundreds a day. I mean, sometimes thousands of comments that I try to review within a week, and it is difficult. And then on top of that, having to deal with a lot of scammers and different, these people that put like Bitcoin or whatever it is, they're trying to get you to, if I can't get to it right away, I will. Where they spam the comment section. We've been getting those again. A lot of YouTubers have. Some YouTubers that I know personally have been getting them as well. And it's crazy. I'm having to deal with so much. And there's been a lot of that lately. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. Most people are aware, though. Most people see those in other videos of other people and just skip over those. Because the spamming has gotten, eventually it'll get taken care of. They'll wean all that stuff out. But it usually lasts for a few weeks until they figure out in the algorithm kind of how to get rid of that. But that's why I've been having a lot of trouble getting to a lot of different people's comments and emails lately, because I'm a one-man working crew here, and I'm trying to keep everything clean on the channel, trying to keep everything, to where I don't want somebody to fall for one of those, right? Don't ever go to like some WhatsApp number or any phone number on a comment. Don't ever go to that. And please, I know a lot of you guys, if there's any links to anything, do not put links in the comments. They will be taken down, because we don't know. And I know that, a lot of people may mean well by that, and that's fine. Unless the link is from Dano himself. And even then, that might be hard to trust. But I'm just saying, unless it's from me and it's directed to you, don't click on it. Don't click on any of these links, because who knows what can happen. And that's why we have to take them down, because we don't want, links going to some other thing that, I don't know. I'm kind of in a mood right now. I'm not gonna lie. This story just really, it's just unbelievable. And things slip through the fingers. They really do. And we have to pay attention to these things. And even if I can't get to all of these different recalls, it's good for you to pay attention. Pay attention to the things that are going on. If you look these things up a lot, the FDA has a little dinger on your phone that'll pop up, when there's something new, a notification or something, it'll pop up right away. So you don't even have to read through any of these news articles. You can go right to the FDA website and these things come up constantly. I'm sure that most of them have a headache from what is going on around the country right now and around the world with all of these different food recalls. Because in a good clean world, these things wouldn't happen. People start messing with the food or negligence or whatever. It's just bad business, right? Walmart, the CEOs or people who own the companies and or different, stocks and Walmart, people who own Walmart, CEO, they need to be, or they probably are worried about something like this. They have to be, because this looks bad, despite where it came from. Okay, somewhere in Indonesia. But it looks bad on Walmart because it's the great value shrimp. This is your cheapest shrimp product, right? So what do? I wouldn't hesitate if I was a business as big as Walmart. I would take my business elsewhere. I was like, well, y'all messed up, tainted our name. Now I have to put out a advertisement for our company saying we have switched. This is This is unsanitary from where this place was. Maybe in years past, they have been 100%. They have not reached the 100% of the quality that we promise. So we're going elsewhere. We're going somewhere else. And if the price goes up $1, then so be it. We can't do business with people where there is a possibility of some kind of radiation being leaked into anything. I'm sorry, but you don't get 3 strikes on something like that. This is you hit a line drive to the left fielder, you are out. I would be a very harsh business owner, me personally. I would. I do not tolerate stuff like that. If it's that. I understand accidents, investigation leads to, okay, all right, this was a mistake. We saw it on camera, right? See, this what recording things is a good thing. Taking photos, recording yourself, recording the environments, because then you have proof. Then you have proof of things. I get all the time that, I get comments from people, and this is just, people passing by, right? Maybe just coming to the channel just to make an angry comment or something, But they'll say, Dano, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know stores. You don't know prices. You don't know this. You don't know that. Well, you know what? I don't have to. Because if you watch the videos, if you are watching, you see it. I show you the prices. So unless you're holding your phone or tablet or you're not looking at the TV and you're listening to me, and I'm just speaking the prices. I'm just speaking the sales. So even if you're just listening, unless I make a mistake, which it happens. It does. I usually correct it in some text or something. I might be thinking of Doritos when I'm looking at hamburgers or something. I don't know. But fact is, seeing is believing in a lot of things. If you see it, well, unless you're a known magician, right? What is not magic is the colorization of green, glowing in the dark from eating a bunch of shrimp. I am joking. I'm trying to make this lighthearted here at the end, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. This one really disturbed me. I know this came out yesterday, hours ago, but I had to think about even wanting to do a video on this because it's just gotten so bad that it's like I have to gather up enough energy, right? Minus everything else that me and Jess do here during the day. So when we do a coffee rant or something added to the list, it's like you know how important this is. I don't want to sit here doing this. I don't want to sit here doing coffee rants of these kind of things. I don't talk about good things, but at the same time, I understand this news is relevant. We have to get it out here. But it's just so much stuff. It's so much craziness that it's hard for someone like me who tries to be a positive person in a not so positive world to bring this information out here. I mean, even right now, even as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I just can't stop thinking about this. Like, when, and I'll leave you guys with this, okay? When Boar's Head Meats, who has been a well-known quality meats, very expensive quality meats for Lord knows how many years, when they had that heavy exposure of, I believe it was Listeria. It's been a long time. It's been a while. Now they're starting to pick up the pieces again. They never lost the pieces, guys. They claim this, and they do come out and say stuff. Lives were lost. People died. People died from that because of your negligence, because of your testing, because of unsanitary conditions. A lot of people hospitalized for the same thing as well. Now, that came from the liverwurst. But as most of you know, especially when it's coming from a plant, things are being mixed around and tossed around, and in the unsanitary conditions of this Virginia plant that looks like after almost 2 years, they're looking to reopen it. I mean, that there needs to be lessons in how do we keep this place. This has to be spotless. You charge enough money for your products, you're making a killing, you're making a fortune. If you weren't, you wouldn't be doing it still. I don't know. I guess I think of stories like that of supreme negligence, even from the highest quality companies out there. And I think, I honestly, I don't know what to think. Other than that's the one thing that always comes to mind. It's that, we've had these recalls, it's plastic, wood pieces in the food, foreign material, salmonella, E. coli. But then we had this Boar's Head one where multiple people died from this. And that was a very hard one for me to go over. And we continued to talk about that for months after it happened. Still seeing the Boar's Head representatives in the grocery stores. I don't know. It's just, that was a very frustrating one for me. And this one is, this radioactive shrimp, possibility of radioactive shrimp, just got me thinking the same thing. Like, this could be the slow burn. This could be the, hopefully it hasn't been going on and on and on. Chances are it most likely has. How much of that has slipped through before they caught it on something? Maybe not. Maybe none. Hopefully not. But this is something, like Listeria and Salmonella, that could take a very long time. Even if you don't have it now, it could be here a couple months from now. That's disturbing. Let me see what I ate 2 months. Let's see, 2 months ago on June 1st, I had that hamburger. Who remembers this stuff? Some of the stuff you read, I just can't believe people even talk about this stuff. Like, how do you even know? Like, am I supposed to document my everyday? Should I do a daily vlog where I show everything that me and Jessica eat so that when the time comes, people can say, oh, there was that recall from months ago. Get my money back. At that point, how do you get your money back? It's gone. It's gone. And we've been keeping our receipts. I keep all my receipts just for this very reason. I know it makes me sick to my stomach that I even have to do that. But covering this stuff on a daily basis, it has just shown me that I have to be prepared. I got to be, if something happens, I want to have some kind of documentation. I want to have some resolve. I want to have some proof. Oh, I know this is a depressing video, guys, and I am sorry for that. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this video today. And we got through it. But we need to pay attention. These things have the tendency to grow. They have the tendency to get bigger, and I do believe that this is going to get much bigger. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.